My friends, the information that you are about to witness from all of my years of research is the most important. It's been hidden in plain view the entire time. This is the ultimate secret.
Brought to you in living color.
Kennedy died at 1 p.m.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation. Every day, our senses are being constantly bombarded by subliminal messages that are found in TV, movies, and advertisements. The subliminal messages we are subjected to are unrecognizable by the conscious mind and only recognizable in our subconscious mind. The messages and imagery are passively absorbed and then stored in our subconscious, where propagandists deliberately implant artificial thoughts, which in turn can affect our actions and attitudes later in life. Experiments have shown that less than 1 minute after the viewer begins to watch television, the brain switches from beta-level consciousness, associated with active and logical thought, to alpha level, which is associated with passive acceptance and suggestibility. This is why advertisers spend billions of dollars a year on commercials, as well as product placement within TV shows. Political messages.
In a basic college level marketing class, in your first year of radio, television, and film, at least for me, and then I've seen some other textbooks and curriculum and found it's also in those, but most RTF schooling teaches you that they have had subliminals for at least 70 years in the United States and Europe. And so, yes, there is subliminal messaging everywhere.
Mind control is one of the tools that they use. How they get you into the condition to be controlled is by using certain signs and symbols, frequencies, tones, colors, shapes, numbers that they hide subconsciously in the frequency of the music and in the 23rd frame, I believe, on TVs and the movies. Look at the movie-going experience. We go in and we buy butter, popcorn, and Coke. You're actually buying cocaine, and you're buying this chemical called popcorn. Why do I call it a chemical? That butter is not really butter. But when you put it on the popcorn and you put it in the microwave, it becomes a chemical that lulls your subconscious mind to sleep.
If you watch cable, don't do it, because one of the implementations is the box that you have to get for your cable TV. And that is one of the ways that they have found out that certain sound waves can control you.
So there are sound waves. Oh,
yeah.
There's sound waves that come out of the cable box.
So that comes out of your TV.
That come out of your TV.
They can tweak it to where they can make you feel sad, they can make you feel glad. You know how people have those super harmonious CDs they pop in and say they feel good?
Yeah. Oh.
They can play it. It's the exact same thing.
Exact same thing.
And it's very simple, it's very cheap, it works,
And you pay a monthly fee.
Come save me, the devil's working hard. He probably clocking double shifts on all of his jobs.
Satan knows that secular songs glorifies sin, because while you're listening to it, sin is on your mind, like lust, partying.
It's that time of the week, she like to freak a leak and get naughty. Therefore, I like to thank God and Ice Cube for Friday, cause la-di-da-di.
Drinking, smoking, violence,
I ain't never took the gas that I couldn't shoot.
and rage. Satan promotes the different styles of music with a secular artist, like hip-hop, rap, R&B, pop, rock, and metal.
Like off-the-record interview, he was being interviewed for Ozone magazine. This is why I say Lil Wayne is the devil. It speaks for itself. First of all, I want to say one thing to y'all. Y'all know tattoo tears. When people say they have tattoo tears, that means that they have murdered someone before. And that's what Lil Wayne is implying in this audio, but I mean, it's way more in the audio. Just listen. I want you to drop the music too, Red Chris. Drop the music. I want the Tri-State to really hear this. Philly, Jersey, Delaware. This is the man you love, Lil Wayne. Listen.
We don't play no with that. I'm not gonna rap about you, and I will murder you, your family, your child. If it's a newborn, I don't give a I could never go to hell because I'm gonna take over.
You'll murder a family? You'll murder a child? You'll murder a newborn? Through songs y'all request on the radio? That's who you let your children listen to, people? Huh? That's who y'all idolize? That guy? Are you serious?
See, the Illuminati says you have to be born of fire. The lower chakras, the lower energy. Are you following me? I'm wrapping this up in a second. He had to be born of fire. And Kanye West, and back me up on this, Kanye West said it recently, didn't he? What did he say? He said he couldn't wait on God. So he sold his soul to the devil.
Excuse me, sir. Forgot your receipt.
Checkout lines. Who needs them?
Have a nice day.
This is the future of e-business.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Decades now in this country, there have been some who have wanted this national ID card, and they're looking for every opportunity to do it. And this is it. I mean, who knows what will come of it? My guess is they'll probably have a GPS chip in there so that they can measure everybody, every instant, no matter where they go. So to me, it violates the whole principles of privacy, the principles of the Constitution, the principles of the Republic, and to me it's a gross distortion of what we should be doing. It's part of an authoritarian society, and dictatorships have this, but not a republic. We're
okay,
not
but tell me how. Tell me how it's
invasive.
invasive, because what Schumer and Graham are proposing, according to what I read, is your ID card would have either your fingerprint, your thumbprint on there, or it would have a reading of the veins in the back of your hand. And you'd have to be scanned by your prospective employer, and that way, if it came up that you weren't legal, they would catch you by the scan. How does that? I mean, it's not really GPS with the government following you. How does the scan of your fingerprint bother you?
Well, someday it may do this, but why should you have to do this?
This medical doctor was coming into a certain city to meet with 3,000 doctors about the new health care chip. And he said there's a healthcare chip that they've been working on it for several years. Now listen to what I'm going to say. This was May of 2009, and when this man said, yeah, there's going to be a healthcare chip, they're going to put it right in your hand, right above your forehead, and he said it's going to have all your healthcare information. He said you're not going to have to do paperwork. You just scan your hand, they do a scan of you. It's got everything on there. It's got a digit number, all you're going to go. He said, now we've had this for a while, but we've tested it on people, and some blood types reject it. And the government's had us working on this to make sure that all the blood types, and I think we've got it perfected. He said, you will have it inserted at your local hospital. And this was the man's exact quote. This was May of 2009. President Obama is demanding we have it done by the end of the year. Now, I want to make a statement, and I can back it up because I've got the proof of it. The reason President Obama pushed health care through, absolutely demanding that it had to go through, was actually not just about caring for people who need health. It was about the healthcare chip. It is a tracking device. Now listen to me. And they make, the reason I know this, right here in Georgia, a man had a meeting with the company that was doing it, and they said, it's $10 a month. Add up $10 a month times 12 months, that's $120. Add up over 300 million Americans who have to have it, and add that up, and they're going to make money off there, right in this area here. And it feels like a little bump. Listen. I will say this publicly. I'm not afraid to say this publicly. You want to give me a card with my name and a chip on the back, I'm fine with that because I have credit cards, bank cards anyway. But I refuse to put something in my right hand and my forehead that is comparable to Revelation 19. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Now, they have then come up, because some people may not like that, they've come up with the tattoo. Let's look at the tattoo. The RFID ink, RFID is radio frequency identification, has been tested and proven to work. It is it's a chip, but it simply is a chip with ink. It's been tested on animals. It's supposed to be safe on people. The company from St. Louis in the United States has invented this and come up with this. The ink does not contain any metals. Listen to what's interesting. It can be invisible or it can be in color. It is safe for people and animals. It takes 8 to 10 seconds to implant the hard chip in your right hand or forehead. Just 8 to 10 seconds. This happens in 5 to 10 seconds. And they can stamp a tattoo on you. A reader, an electronic reader, can detect it 4 feet away. They use multiple needles to implant it in the skin. Data is stored in the design itself. And you can store up to 15 digits of information. Now here's the part that's weird. The little small chip, the grain of rice, the size of the grain of rice, has now been implanted in 2.5 million people. In Canada, they wanted to insert it in a group of people working at a company. And at the company, 3 Pentecostals sued them and said, this is against our religion. They took it all the way to the Supreme Court of Canada, and the Pentecostals won their case.
When food runs out, I mean, that's still not the end of the story. Now we're talking 2/3 of the population. When food runs out, now you have people turning on each other. What I found out about 6 months ago was the food supply that we have for the residents of country usually is depleted in 3 days. If something should happen catastrophic to this nation, for instance, a massive power grid failure, the whole grid goes down, 3 days later, the entire food supply for the country would be gone. Because transportation would come to a halt. You can't drive the trucks to deliver food. All the shelves in the supermarkets would be gone in 3 days. What do you do when there's no more food?
You get a gun and go grab some, probably. That's what a lot of people would do.
That's exactly the type of society I think we have. And then I heard during the break a commercial, which was interesting, getting people to take some sort of chip.
Implantable human chips. Supporters hail the technology as a medical marvel, but critics warn that the potential risks are real.
Well, they talked about, for example, electrical hazards. This thing is by no means inert. The way it works is it actually picks up and amplifies ambient electromagnetic energy from the reader devices. And if you have one of these things in your arm and you get within range of a powerful electromagnetic field, it can actually burn you.
Oh, and by the way, it can kill you if you get out of line. A closer look at the who and the why behind this idea.